Hello everybody, welcome back to the shed. Welcome to another episode, a very exciting episode, because today we are finally painting the interior of the Toyota Starlet. The interior has been completely removed. I was here actually one night during the week. I came with the intention of actually recording this video, but when I had a look into the car, number one, it was filthy. I still had a couple of small things left in it, like the handbrake assembly and the gear selector and cables and all that I was just going to tape up, and I was like, it's 8 bolts, just stop being lazy and we'll just take them out. You can see that also I have fully removed all of the wire and loom, so there was a bit of a loom left here. All of that is gone, all the cables are gone, cable for the boot latch is gone, cable for the fuel cap is gone. So yeah, I gave, I'd say, about 4 or 5 hours here the other night, actually washing down all the surfaces, because I suppose the whole thing has been just left as an open unit for the last couple of weeks with all the glass off it and boot lid gone off it and that. Loads of dust, loads of sawdust and stuff got into it and just destroyed it. So I, instead of rushing it and trying to sand it and get paint down all in one evening, I just said I'd give the full even clean it and get it spotless. So it is fairly clean. Still have a small few bits. I want to drop the rear axle and get the coilover tops out of here, and just tape them up. Have a nice bit of taping and stuff yet to do. I want to come in along here with the grinder and grind back all this surface rust, and actually discovered another bit in around the wheel well here, so I'll look after all of that, and I'll put some acid etch primer on that just out of a can. I'm going to leave the dashboard in, and I'm going to tape up the dash and cover all of that. I'm not going to removing the sound deadening here. There's no point. There's going to be a carpet on top of this anyway. It might add an extra bit of kind of sound deadening. That's what it's for. So I don't want to take that out. I'm just going to paint out over it. With the rear, I'm probably going to mainly focus with the paint and in the back portion of it. To be honest, I think all that's really going to actually be open or be seen are these pillars here on both sides, because the GT interior that I got with the rear quarters, the plastic actually comes up and sits. Yeah, it sits up along this lip here, so whereas before this would have been seen, now it won't be seen. So yeah, probably just this here is going to be the real open part of it, because obviously there's all plastic panels that cover all of this. But yeah, so what I got was the 205 black. I'm going to lay that down. I'm probably just going to do a light, really light kind of coat in the front section of it, and maybe give a little bit more in the back, because you may see the boot a small bit more. Even though I do have the carpet and the paneling and all that, I will focus probably on the back of it and on these panels that will be that little bit more exposed. So yeah, I have a load of work to do. I'm really excited to do it. I can't wait to actually get down to laying down some paint. So let's get out the grinder and get stuck into this bit. No, so any few bits there that I saw, luckily enough it was all just light surface rust that's all been buzzed off with the wire wheel, or with the, what's it called, the flappy wheel or whatever you want to call it, and then I also went in then with the drill with the wire wheel to get in between the kind of grooves there. I'm going to give these a bit of etch primer, let that dry. While it's drying, I might start prepping out some of the other surfaces then as well. Couple of blasts of cleaning, I suppose, like obviously the grinding there is generating a bit of dust. I give it a quick hoover up. But yeah, I'll continue on, get on this bit of primer, drop these coilovers and get the rest of it prepped out. So, bit of a progress update. I have a big sweaty head in me because I've given the last good while there sending down. You saw me using the little orbital sender to get the heavy bits off. And after going through 3 or 4 times now with a little red scotch pad, I went into all the grooves and stuff, so I'll just show you a look there. I'm fairly happy with how it is there now at the minute. It's nice and flat. There's no like super shiny spots or anything like that. I've all of the back of it done. I've the pillars done. What I'm probably going to do is start getting ready to go cleaning all the surfaces. I might just give one more scan through with the red Scotch Brite and try and get all of the rest of the bits off. I give a nice bit of attention to these areas here to get them nice and smooth. So yeah, I'll run through, do one more final pass with the Scotch, and then what I'll do is, so I also have the dash covered. I just run a bit of a bag on the windscreen. Obviously you can see light through it there. This windscreen is actually broken, so I'm going to have to try and get a new windscreen for that, so I'm not overly concerned if a bit of overspray gets on it or not. All that is taped up. I need to tape up the top of the fuel tank there as well. I'll do all the cleaning and all the tape, and tape will be the last thing before I actually start laying down paint. I'll do all my cleaning first, just to not upset any of the tape once it goes on. So yeah, fairly happy with that. Obviously that's everywhere that we took off the surface rust. And again, it's probably worth saying, I have no idea like really what I'm doing here. I'm not a painter, not a panel beater or anything like that. But I'm getting through it. I'd urge anyone that has an interest in these things that maybe might put off doing these jobs just to give it a go. Like, what's the absolute worst thing that's going to happen is the paint doesn't look great, and then take it off and go again, you know. So yeah, we'll continue on. I've been here a couple of hours now already. Like, there's so much work that goes into this, and I'm definitely not doing it like as well as someone who really knows what they're doing. So hats off to anyone that does do this line of work every day. It's tough work. I'm sweating here in the shed trying to get everything sanded down. But yeah, the main part of a paint job is in the prep. So I'm going to try and just get it as close as I can to being fully ready to go, and then we'll start laying down some 205 black. Yeah, we'll stay going. So it's ready. The time has come. I have everything rubbed down again with red Scotch-Brite. I have hoovered all the dust out. I've gone through and given it 3 licks of kind of a panel wipe. It's just a rubbing alcohol fairly much to lift off any dirt that's on the surface. That kind of flashes off within a minute or so, a couple of seconds even. So it's ready. I've all of the holes taped up. I've plastic wherever I need plastic. I have the little holes over here all taped up from underneath. Anything that could let paint out is now sealed. And I've gotten to the point where this happens to me every single time I'm painting, that just as I'm about to put paint in the gun, I start getting unbelievably nervous. And what I'm trying to do now is just calm myself down a small bit. Like, I painted a nice couple of bits in the shed. This is probably the biggest, I suppose, painting project I've done so far. Obviously I did the underneath of the car as well, but I suppose underneath is underneath and you're never really going to see it. And the Raptor liner is fairly forgiving. So yeah, I'm just trying to prepare myself now. I have my bit of paint set up here. I'll grab the gun, run some thinner through it and get it cleaned. Give everything a final clean again, and then start laying down some base coat. So hopefully in the next clip you'll see me, we'll be mixing paint and actually laying down some base colour on the inside of the car, and I can't wait to see it. Let's do it. So, sit rep, we are making serious progress. That's the first coat. I used half of a litre and it got me everything in the boot done and everything on one side of the car done. So I'm going to top up the gun, do this whole other side. I'm going to leave it for about 20 minutes, half an hour, let it cure off or flash off, and then I'm going to come back and give it all another coat. Looks sick. it's coming out kind of a matte finish. Like I don't know what I'm doing, and I think that that's normal enough. And then when you put on your clear coat is when you really get the kind of pop off the sparkle in the paint. You would have seen me when I was mixing the paint. I kind of turned it to show the camera. It's super sparkly, and even when the light goes on it, it kind of brightens up again. But obviously I'm going to be putting a matte clear coat over the top of this anyway, and if it looks like this when it's done, when the clear coat is on, I will be one fair happy buy. Yeah, delighted with that. It's kind of awkward, like there's a lot of kind of intricate little places in around, and the gun I have is a big kind of, not a big ignorant gun, but it is kind of a big ignorant gun. For getting into the small corners here and kind of working back on yourself then as well. But yeah, we're getting there. I'm really happy. I was a ball of nerves starting it, didn't know where to start, didn't know what to do, but we got there. I'll just grab the light and put a light on a part that's kind of dried out, and you'll see a bit of a pop in it. When it actually sprays out, it comes on as kind of a navy blue, and then yeah, so you can see the real, yeah, it looks in camera, it looks insane there, really blue, and then dries out to this kind of a matte finish. When the light is on it there, you can see all the sparkles in it. It's a lovely colour, the 205 black. So yeah, we'll stay going. We've only gone and done it, so I am absolutely delighted fairly much. The inside of the car is painted. I did 2 coats. I probably should have bought more paint because I was kind of really sparing it for the last kind of coat, just to make sure I didn't miss anything and that everything gets a going over. But have a look at this. How good does that look? Really happy with that. I didn't do, say, the inside skin of the outer panel, so inside there is still a bit purple, but that's fine. Same on that side there. Everything else is all nice and coated in the 205 black, all down along the wheel, spare wheel hole. Yeah, I'm buzzing. It looks really good. I just cleaned up the gun, and I am just getting ready to mix up the clear coat and the hardener and get that ready to go. So at the minute this isn't clear coated, but if it looks like this when it's clear coated, I will be extremely happy. As I said earlier on, when you spray it on and it kind of flashes, it flashes to like a fairly much a matte finish anyway. Like if I left it at this, I'd be well happy with even leaving it at that, but because I have the clear coat, we may as well use it. It'll offer a little bit more protection then as well. But yeah, I am delighted with that. Really happy with that. Such a difference. Yeah, over the moon. Right, let's get mixing some clear coat and let's get this thing done. It's done. It's finally done. I am delighted with how it's actually turning out. I'll show you there now in 1 minute. Is it absolutely perfect? No. Is there bits missed? Probably is. There's probably not, you know, it's not absolutely perfect, but I think for just an idiot in the shed with no like specialist equipment, just the pure basic tools, I'm well happy with the results. 99% of everything that I just did will be covered. I came to the shed at 11 o'clock today, and it's now about 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the evening. I just got the final coat of clear done. I've the gun washed and just put away a small few bits. But have a look at this. There we have it. Really nice. Back came out great as well. The cover of the paint is saying that it's looking for about 24 hours curing time before it's 100% dried out. So I'll probably just come back tomorrow after work and have a look around and see what it's like. But yeah, really happy with it. Again, it's not absolutely perfect, that's totally fine. I think for me and for my skill set, it is well acceptable. So yeah, I am buzzing. Finally now all these interior parts that have just been thrown here for so long can start coming back into the car and free up all that space, and it'll start looking like an actual car again. So happy with that. So glad I just decided to do it. Stop putting it off and just decided to do it. Yeah, really happy. Again, as I said, like I can see just a bit of dry spray here. It's all going to be covered. It's going to be covered with the carpet anyway. I think even just doing the interior and doing this job is a good kind of learning curve, I suppose, because I do plan to actually paint the exterior of the car myself as well. I want to paint way more stuff before I actually do that, because there is a nice bit of work in it. Just for the crack, actually, I sprayed a bit of 205 black just on this surface here. I don't know really why I did it. I just wanted to have one corner of the car that was in the black. Obviously, with clear out over that, it would look completely different. But yeah, it's a lovely colour. Some amount of flake in the paint. Yeah, I am really happy with that. I'm going to wrap up the video here. Huge work done today, huge milestone hit. I needed this. I needed like a big kind of box to be ticked off just to keep me going on the job again. There's still a huge amount of work to do, but we have done a major thing here. And because this is done, we can then put in our freshly painted black headliner. We can get all of our interior bits in, and then we can start focusing, like strike out the interior jobs completely, have it 100% done, and then get this engine in and get this thing running. So yeah, if you're still watching the video, it's probably a longer one today. Thanks for sticking with it. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I am delighted with that. I'm really happy with it. So again, thanks for watching, thanks for following, thanks for subscribing. If you like what you see, if you think I did anything wrong, if you think I did anything right, leave a comment, drop a like, and if you enjoy this kind of content, starlet content, hit the subscribe button and follow the channel, and there'll be very regular updates from here on in. Thanks, lads.
Say what you